Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain. Welcome to episode 21 of our Arsenal bid to win the Champions League for the club for the very first time. And today it's the festive fixtures, so I've dressed appropriately. We're going to have Wolves and Cardiff in the league. But a few things to catch up on since then. Now, last episode we had a very highly emotional win against Chelsea, didn't we? Where I perhaps went a little bit over the top. But let's not worry about that now. Let's have a look at what's happened since then in the league. You can see there's two disappointing results outside of it, but in the league it has been pretty good. Everton, we played up next. We dominated this game. We have a look at the match stats here. We just couldn't score. You can see Smith Rowe with the goal. They had a send-off after that. You can see there, dominated the game. We just could not score and put the game to bed. So it was a little bit more nervy than it should have been, but as I said, we got the job done in the end, so that's the main thing. Then we went and played Watford in the league, and we absolutely dominated them. This was a really, really good performance. 4-0, you can see Mkhitaryan with 2, Socrates and Pellegrini with the goals. Pellegrini also missed a penalty, which was disappointing, but look at that. Absolutely destroyed them. After that, we went and we played Inter Milan in the Champions League. And we made some changes. You can see the lineup there. We gave David Bergkamp a start in the Champions League. And we were horrible. Truly, truly horrible. Honestly, those stats don't actually ring out how bad we were. We couldn't pass to each other. We couldn't defend. It was just embarrassing. So yeah, I mean, even Semedo, you can see, supposedly a world-class right back, 6.1. I must have got something wrong. Kolasinac was 6.1. Tactically, team talk-wise, something went wrong there because we were horrid. Then we played Burnley in the league. You can see 1-0, Socrates with the goals, a set-piece goal. Again, so same old story. We dominated the game. Look at that again. We just couldn't score. I don't know what's happened with our goal scoring. It's disappeared. It's just left us. Then we played Manchester City in the Carabao Cup, and we were even worse than we were against Inter Milan. You can see, again, not the strongest team we put out, but a team that should be good enough to at least give them a game, and we didn't do that. We did not do that at all. Those stats, I mean, look at that. That's not a good team. But better teams than us, worse teams than us have done better than that against Manchester City. Then we played Swansea in the league, and again, we were the better team. Again, could not score. We weren't as good as we have been with 2 set-piece goals. We got the job done. We were good enough to beat Swansea, but that's about it. It wasn't a good performance. So we do have goals of the month coming up at the end of this episode, and it's a little thin on the ground, guys. I'm sorry, because a lot of set-piece goals, scrappy goals. We weren't at our best. So as I said, we've got Wolves away in the league, and then Cardiff at home. A couple of things that have happened since last episode. You can see we've got Charlton in the FA Cup third round, so that's okay. And then we have our round of 16 opponent in the Champions League, and it's Napoli. Could have been worse, that I think. So I think we're relatively happy with that draw. I am. Let me know what you think in the comments. But I think we could have got worse. So Napoli it is, and you can see in the league table, 4 points still ahead of Liverpool. We've kind of dropped Chelsea at this point. It's looking increasingly like a 2-horse race. Manchester United still struggling down there in 7th. I'm not sure. Trust me, they have a good team. I'm just not quite sure what's gone wrong with them this year. But let's have a look at the team we're sending out to face Wolverhampton. This is going to be a tough game, so they are 8th in the league. So it's Leno in goal, Tierney, Mustafi, Socrates and Semedo as a back four, Torreira and Ramsey in midfield, Nelson, Mkhitaryan and Awobi. They play in behind Pellegrini. Hopefully he'll continue his goal scoring ways. Look, they're looking a little bit defensive there, aren't they? Just Callum Wilson up top. Let's see here. Go out and prove a point. I don't know that I want them to prove a point. We've been on a good run lately. Go out there and impress me. In the league, we have been on a good run. Outside the league, we've had a couple of hiccups. But, yeah, don't hate that. Let's get out there. And here we go. Now, my kind of plan for these festive fixtures is to play essentially 2 different teams. So we're going to go with this team here, and then we'll go sort of with a 5-3-2 as my plan for the next game. So you can see we have Lacazette and Ozil back on the bench. They're coming back to fitness. I'm trying to especially Ozil, ease him back in. He did play 90 minutes against, I think it was against Swansea. So I don't want to play him again so soon. Just as I say, just want to ease him back in, try and make sure we don't get a relapse of the injury there. And it's looking increasingly like a 2-horse race between ourselves and Liverpool for the title. So we can kind of afford a slip up here and there in the league, and still make sure we're going to qualify for the Champions League next year, just in case we don't win it this year. And that's the main thing, isn't it? Given that our target is to win the Champions League, we just need to make sure, sort of mission 1 is that we are getting ourselves into that competition every year, because it's very difficult to win the Champions League when you're playing in the Europa League. This is not ideal. They've got a decent ball into the box. Callum Wilson's in there. Leno's... Oh, that's poor. That is poor. We'll give it a demand more. I've just been hitting the counter-attack like we weren't even there. Yeah, so we'll give this a demand more, and We just need to be a little bit better there, don't we? This was a formation that the scouts and the data analysts said that Wolves struggle more against. You wouldn't really notice it there, though, would you? Do we want to change anything at this early stage? I don't think we do. It's just one goal and it's a counter attack. What worries me is that we have struggled in front of goal from open play. I've been working and training on chance conversion, so hopefully we'll see something from that. Oh, it's a bit of a deflection, and it's been hacked away. Are we going to have one of these games where just nothing goes our way? That's an aimless ball forward. So that's roughly where they're at. So let's give this a show some passion here. I don't like anxious players. We shouldn't be anxious this early on. We are top of the league and we're only a goal behind. Liverpool's taking the lead against Tottenham. Trust Spurs not to do us a favour. Let's give this a get creative. Here's a corner. We have been good from these. This is one thing we have been able to rely on, relatively speaking. Mkhitaryan, back out to Torreira. Back to Mkhitaryan. This is nice, patient play. I'm not sure Mustafi wants the ball there. Here we go. Torreira. Can he get a shot away? Torreira! Oh! Was on target. Which is... Oh, Wobie's picked up an injury. Alright. Can we play Mkhitaryan out there? Can we play Nelson out there? Not really, can we? I think Mkhitaryan is maybe the better option. Let's try him as an inside forward. We'll bring Ozil on for Iwobi. He likes to play more in support than on attack. I think that's all okay. The problem here, of course, is against Cardiff. Now that we're playing Ozil in this game, Cardiff they're struggling. They're 18th. You would imagine we would be able to get by. I mean, Mkhitaryan should be able to play, but you'd imagine we'd be able to get by with a slightly weaker team. Here's a decent chance for Tierney to get across in. We have men in the middle. Pellegrini is obviously the target. That's to the edge of the area. Down to Ozil. Oh! You wonder if Mesut Ozil, fully fit and firing, puts that in. Let's give this a demand more here coming into the break. It would be a really good time to score. Ozil takes over corner duty. Knocks it in. It's there for Pellegrini. That's the keeper. We've had just a couple of sniffs, haven't we? Just a few sniffs at goal. But, again, still unable to put the ball in the back of the net. Yeah, a little bit... That's a good tackle from Mustafi. A little bit worried, if Wolves are going to try and hit us on the counter-attack, which it certainly looks as though that's what they're trying to do. Pellegrini's got a flick on there. Can we? No, we can't. Whether or not Semedo's done well, but again, we can't quite keep the ball. Ramsey's again done well, but can't quite win the ball. We're just under a little bit of pressure here, and we're getting sucked in towards the ball. That should be easy for Tierney. Oh, he probably should have gone back to his keeper there. Cross comes in, and Wilson's in. Oh, he's missed it. Oh, that's not good enough. We're going to have some words at half-time here, aren't we? I mean, it seems silly to say I'm angry. They've had 62% of possession, 16 shots on goal. We've dominated the game in every aspect except for the fact we haven't scored. I'm not going to be angry. I'm going to be assertive. Yeah, show a bit of desire. I think desire could be the issue as much as anything. Some calm, we have faith there for Torreira. We won't make any other changes just now. We do have Milinkovic-Savic on the bench. We could look to bring him on. We have Lacazette as well. But Pellegrini's out. I think he's our top goal scorer. So that's... No, he's not the problem. I don't think he's the problem anyway. I mean, he's not playing well, but we haven't really created anything for him either. We might need to... Let's maybe attack a little bit wider. I wonder if we attack a little bit wider and with Ozil on the pitch, maybe focus our play through the middle. Try and open up the field and find some space for Ozil through the middle. Let's see what happens here. Semedo with the throw down for Ramsey. Back. What's he going to do here? Gone for Torreira. That's okay. Torreira's back out for Semedo. Can he get a little bit of magic here? He's good run. Semedo deflection in. Oh, that's a little bit of luck that we needed. It is an own goal by Willy Bolly, one of the great names in football, isn't it? Willy Bolly. Yeah, that's not ideal, but we've got a little bit of luck, and I think we've earned that luck from our performance because we have definitely been the better team so far. Yes, Semedo just went on a run, and Yeah, it's unlucky, isn't it? It is unlucky for them, but, you know, oh, that's a Pellegrini injury. So now we will bring Lacazette on. I hope that's not too serious. What have we got here? Potential knee injury, so that could potentially be very serious, couldn't it? And a potential foot injury for Awobi as well. We have faith in Lacazette. Lacazette was dynamite for us last year, wasn't he? There's no problem there bringing him on. Let's give it a get creative here. I mean, look at this performance. I mean, this should be a non-contest, and this is a sort of, we've just been struggling. This is exactly what we've been like. Dominating games, just unable. Let's give it a push forward here. It's one of these now where it's, if you can't win it, don't lose it. That said, we're going to go attacking and try and win it. Liverpool 2-0 up, so the gap's going to close. It's frustrating. This is exactly what we've been like all through December. Dominating games and just unable to put them away. Last gasp chance here, is it? No, it's the final whistle. So, I mean, we didn't even score ourselves. We got given a goal. That's just how disappointing it's been at times. I'm going to say I'm not happy with that. And we'll move on. But yeah, I mean, it's difficult to put my finger on exactly what it is that we're doing wrong, because we've dominated that game. Now, Pellegrini, 5 to 6 weeks. That's disappointing for him, isn't it? That's disappointing for us as well. And Awobi is 3 to 4 weeks, so that's not as bad. But guys, wait right there. We'll be back. It's just a day's break, and then we'll be back for Cardiff and a different squad. Hi, I'm Charlie Braithwaite outside the Emirates Stadium here in London for Aussie Villain Fan TV ahead of the Cardiff City game. I'm here to find out what it is Arsenal fans want this festive season. What I want is a manager who ain't relying on set pieces and own goals. We're supposed to play beautiful football at Arsenal. That ain't beautiful football. Sure, we're top of the league, yeah? But me wish, yeah, is for a manager that has a clue, yeah? Just a single clue, yeah? Not wearing this shit. Oh, Terry, please. F*** off. What I want is a P45 under Aussie Villain's palm tree, or whatever the f*** it is Australians decorate at Christmas. Okay, welcome back. It is Cardiff at home in the league, and we need a better performance, don't we? We have a decent record against them, but you'd expect that, wouldn't you? Because, I mean, let's face it, they're Cardiff. This is the team we're sending out, and it is all change. Team, including the formation. It's Leno in goal, Holding, Mings, and Koscielny as a defence. Bellerin's going to provide the width down the right, Lasanic down the left. Milinkovic, Savic, and Xhaka, they're going to run midfield for us with Mkhitaryan, Lacazette, and Aubameyang, hopefully, knocking in a few goals. Because as we just heard, I mean, Tom does have a point. We have been relying on own goals and set pieces way too much for a team of our calibre. Cardiff looking very, very defensive there. That's not really surprising, is it? Let's say do it for the fans. Do we say, if you play your game, you win, you're capable of that, then some passion that we have faith. I do wonder if there's a little bit of, maybe just a little bit of pressure building here, and we just need to relax, go out there, play our football, and we should win this game pretty comfortably. But yeah, I mean, we can't take it for granted either, so hopefully, sometimes that team talk can come back and bite you on the bum a little bit, but hopefully that won't be the case. Looks like it's a beautiful evening in London, doesn't it? As the rain comes pouring down. Liverpool's already taken the lead. We're 2 points ahead of them after that Boxing Day fixture, so another draw here, and I think our goal difference, oh well, no, it's not good enough because we've just dropped down to second place. Yeah, so we need to buck up our ideas a little bit here. Alright, here comes a set piece. This will please Tom if we score. Come on. Can we knock one in? No, it's headed away. Lacazette, back out to Mkhitaryan. We are a little bit thin on the ground with strikers right now with that injury to Pellegrini. It does mean that, I mean, David Bergkamp is on the bench as our next best striker. It makes me wonder if we should consider recalling Eddie Nikita. It's a good header, and it's in from Aubameyang, and it's not a set piece, and it's not an own goal. It's just a regular goal. That's what we like to see. It's his 10th of the year, and Pierre-Emerick back in the team and back on form. That's what we like to see. Which does remind me, actually, this is a transfer window coming up. We have about 50 mil to spend if we want to. I mean, where should we spend it? It's a good header, isn't it, Aubameyang? And we do have, as I said, Eddie Nikita on loan. I sounded really Yorkshire then, didn't I? Yeah, so do we look to recall him if we are struggling a little bit? It's 5 weeks. I think we should be able to get by. Aubameyang looks like he's got a kick in the shins or something there. We'll keep an eye on that. Is this going to be the day that David Bergkamp gets it? Maybe he'd get a Christmas present of a goal. Let's give this a show some passion here. A couple of us are looking okay, but the rest of the squad, they're not too good. Now, they've had quite a bit of the ball here, but they haven't done anything with it. Let's see here. We get into half-time. They've gone more attacking. You'd expect that, being behind. Yeah, I mean, again, dominated the game. We cannot score. We can't score, and I don't really understand why that is. I was hoping with a change of formation that might have fixed that. Doesn't look like it. We're going to have to guard against complacency here. We'll tell the people that aren't playing well that they need to improve. And then we'll get back out there and we'll just keep an eye on Aubameyang's conditioning there as well. Just a small tactical tweak. We're just going to look to try and exploit the flanks a little bit more. That was where the goal came from. We don't obviously have as many players out there in this formation. We don't have as many wide players, but we'll try and see if we can build through there. Aubameyang's condition is making me a little bit nervous here. We have the lead. Bergkamp, he's not that bad. He's potentially he's better than Aubameyang. Potentially he's a really, really good player. It's just a case right now of he's only young. He's 16, 17, and Holding's picked up an injury. That's okay. We have Chambers on the bench. Now, Chambers isn't speaking to me. He wants to leave. I mean, his squad status is backup. So, by definition, you're not going to play much. But he seems to think that he should be. But we saw, he played against Inter, he played against Man City and did absolutely nothing. That's a good touch from Kolasinac. Cracking ball, isn't it, across the field there for Bellerin. Can he get down the line and can he get a cross in for Bergkamp to head home? It is there. It's there for the back post. It's there! Oh, it's over from Kolasinac. Oh, that was almost a second goal. You would fancy would just about wrap it up for us. I don't like these nerves. I don't understand where they're coming from. We're going to take Mkhitaryan off for Ozil. Why are we looking so nervous? Can we just give it no pressure maybe? Hasn't really done anything yet. I mean, look at these match stats. Again, we should be clear of this team, and it's just doesn't happen for us, and I don't understand why that is. If you have any ideas, I'm all ears, guys, but yeah, I don't really understand what's going on here. And we have a corner. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments too for transfers. Where should we look to strengthen? That's a cracking... It's a goal. It's a goal, which is the main thing. Is that Bergkamp? Oh, it's an own goal. Oh, I just saw Bergkamp's name flash up, and for a second there, I thought we may have had finally that Bergkamp goal. But another set-piece goal, which will please Tom. Lacazette, Bergkamp. No, he's in the zone, isn't he? He's there. He's putting pressure on. A little bit unlucky. Looks like their defenders cleared it straight into their goalkeeper. Let's try giving them some praise here. We're 2-0 up. Are we going... No, we're not. That's Xhaka. Don't get yourself sent off there, mate. It's just taking his time. Bergkamp's back there as well, doing his defensive duties, which we'd like to see. Milinkovic-Savic. Yeah, so transfer window, guys. Let me know what you think. I'm thinking we'll see what's available. We might even have a sneaky look there for Bergkamp! He's got his goal! There it is! David Bergkamp opened his account. That was something special, wasn't it? We'd like to see that. Well done to him. Now, of course, if you want to have an Academy product named after you, be scoring in the Premier League over the festive fixtures, just leave me a comment. You can also get me on Twitter at Aussie Villain, and we can look to do that. But there it is. David Bergkamp, well done, mate. You have your first goal for the club, your first goal in the Premier League. And that is great stuff. And it's not a set piece either. It had been coming. It had been coming for a little while now. Bellerin's picked up a little bit of a knock, which is not great. We do, of course, have Semedo. We've made all our subs, I think, haven't we? So we can't take him off. I think Ben Schaefer's on the bench, but yeah, we can't take him off. We can't make a sub. We could probably just take him off, but it's so close to the end of the game, it's not going to make that much of a difference, I don't think. As he stretches for a ball and rips his hamstring in two, no doubt. But this is just the final throws of the game. It's done. We're going to get the 3 points. Again, I think the scoreline maybe flatters us a little bit. But we created enough opportunities, didn't we, that we deserve it. We deserve a solid win like that, but we didn't. Yeah, we didn't really. How do I put this? We didn't score the goals that that you would expect with that sort of possession. Do we say we got away with one today? Don't get complacent. I think that's the talk, isn't it? There we go. Hammer Cardiff. I mean, we did. Yeah, we did. We dominated the game. We below just a day, so that's fine. Dominated the game. We had more chances. 30 million goes to Milinkovic-Savic. So you know what? That puts a bit of a dent in our transfer budget here, doesn't it? Because it's now going to be down to 25 million. So that's all we have. We have 25 million to spend. Before we end this episode, let's just have a quick look. And there is, of course, still goals of the month to come as well. Have a quick look here at who's available for us. That was when I was looking for a right back earlier on. So we'll just clear that. This is our shortlist. This is who's available. I mean, Neymar would be nice. We don't have that sort of money. We're going to have to go shopping sort of more down this zone of the transfer area, I think. Let's see here. 1.2 million for Grubels. Now, he's quite good, isn't he? Now, that could be one, couldn't it? We might have a sneaky bid for him. Is that the area of the field we need strengthening? I tell you what, he's a good striker, though, isn't he? We'll have a sneaky bid for him. I think. Again, let me know. You give me your feedback in the comments. Alexander Isaac. Now, if you've watched my Aston Villa save, which I do recommend if you're so inclined, we had him on loan. He didn't play too much, but he looks decent as well, doesn't he? Is striker where we need strengthening, though? I mean, we're not scoring goals, but is that sort of the problem area of the field? 26 million for him is just maybe out of range. Let's have a quick look at him, though. Defensive midfielder, we could maybe do with strengthening there. He looks quite good as well, doesn't he? Now, is he an upgrade on some of our other midfielders? Possibly. But again, I don't know if that's where we need to strengthen that part of the field. Ryan Sessegnon, he might be worth a sneaky bid. Left side, if we could maybe, as a replacement, long-term replacement for Kolasinac. So him and Tierney as two options wouldn't be bad. We might have a look at that as well. We can probably only do one of these, of course. Deo up. Now, I did sign him at my beta save for Manchester United. He was quite good as well. Very pacey central defender. That could be something we could use as well. Anything else here that rates highly? These are getting a little bit too expensive out of our price range now, aren't they? So that's kind of our options there, guys. If you have any thoughts on those guys, let me know what you think. I think Grobels is he's a steal. Even if we don't need him, he might be one of those guys you sign because he's there. But guys, that's it for this episode. Let's have a quick look at the league table. We're still 2 points up on Liverpool. It's going to be tight, isn't it? That's going to be nervy. But that is it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed that, please do hit like. And of course, if you're new, welcome. Make sure you subscribe and ring the bell so you can see when I upload new episodes. Monday to Friday, we do the World Tour. We're sort of wrapping up our time at Festive. Massive climactic end of the season there. So do check that out. If I remember, I'll leave a little thing up there so you can click on that and check that out after this if you want to. And of course, Aston Villa and Arsenal alternate day to day. So definitely worth checking those out. Now, we'll be back. What's today? Today is Friday, I think. No, today's Thursday, so we'll be back on Saturday. Liverpool and West Ham, I think, in the league. We have to. That could be a title-deciding game away at Anfield there, so that's going to be huge. And then West Ham will follow that up with them as well. So until then, I've been Aussie Villain. Thank you so much for watching, and here are our goals of the month. A little bit scarce, but our goals of the month for December. Take care.
Labor of pride as you try to take away what's mine. But honey, it's just a little song, and the melody belongs to all of us. So raise your glass, let's have a toast. Let our voices ring, let's sing. Lighten up the heavy